Right, so we're back for Match of the Day. It's been a while. New season, fantastic. Opening weekend, fantastic. Everything is going fantastically. And with that, we have a Super League 1 matchup, which is rare, because usually the Super League 1 guys don't ever like to be on stream. I don't know why, but it's a rare one. And it's a really exciting one, because it's LAFC against Toulouse. 2 games you can see here. Both of them on 3 points. 1-1 lost one. 3 goals scored, 3 goals conceded for LAFC. 2 scored, 3 conceded for Toulouse. So not really a lot to know about these two sides just yet. But these two, I wouldn't say the title contenders, but the European hopefuls. I would say LAFC are massive underdogs, because the gaffer, Enter AI, was the guy that said to me, I'm coming in for the first time, I'm managing for the first time, put me in the toughest division. He had the offer of going lower, he had the offer of going to one of the lower down and easier divisions. He said, no, I want LAFC, I want these kits, these beautiful black and gold kits. We will test ourselves against the very best. Of course, Toulouse will be my favourites tonight. You can see in their squad list as to why. They've got a very, very stacked team. You think about Hayden P and all of his recent success, Corin, Lalum, Choco Man. Joe Bozza is coming off of a fantastic Nations League. Mickey J, of course, is a utility player, a Swiss Army knife. There's a lot of talent in this Toulouse team. Again, do I think it will win Super League 1? No. But is it good enough to finish inside the top 10, the top 8? I think absolutely positively. Big questions for them, though, is not the goals. We know Hayward's got a lot of those. But more so, I think, availability. Reliability, availability, that seems to always be the problem that plagues a Hayden P team. You look at the other side of things, you look at LAFC, listen, you can see that there's definitely some names you'll recognise. You've got guys in there like V Noted that we know is good. We see Trey Robertson in there. Hibbard is the kind of superstar player. Everyone knows Hibbard. Aaron Kirby, people know of him. So there's almost like speckles of quality in there. Not to insult the rest of the team and say that they aren't filled with quality, but there's a couple of really, really big pieces in there. Can they build around those big pieces? Will it be a mistake for them going into Super League 1? They impressed me yesterday, beat Motherwell, who we know are all about that beautiful football. It's all about Brexit ball at Motherwell. And then they had a close game with PSG. But again, did PSG maybe underestimate them, as we've seen PSG do before? I like it. It's a good project. It's a fun one. And it's always nice to have an underdog that you're rooting for in Super League 1. I hope that these guys at LAFC, reap the rewards of going and accepting the tough challenge. They didn't have to be in this division. They chose to be in this division. They pushed to be in this division. And that's why I'm kind of hoping maybe today they upset their opponents over at Toulouse. I think this is definitely going to be a squad that people are going to be looking at when they play them and go, it's just Hibbard. It's Hayward Noted. It's nothing. It's an easy touch. And I think that's exactly what they want. They want to lull teams into a false sense of security, and then they'll show their quality on the pitch. We'll see if they do that tonight here against Toulouse, though. We're over and up to it. Match of the day number 12. Our first one of season 68 is ready and set to go here. And we have the ever so wonderful Enter AI in the bottom left-hand corner for you as well. Take it away, gentlemen. It's over to you. Match of the day, ready and set to go. It's a typical three-back formation as you'd expect, always the same nowadays. 26, 25 and 24. Maybe even prior, you saw the birth of this three-back. And, well, we're seeing it here again tonight, absolutely. No Hibbard tonight, which could be a bit of a miss. I'm going to keep pointing to Hibbard. He is, for me, effectively the Van der Sar. Oh, not Van der Sar. Jesus Christ, Van der Sar. It would be a season and a half if we saw Hibbard playing goal. He's the Van Dijk, isn't he, of this team? Can play so well on games and win games from his own defensive performances. But we'll see. We'll see if they can do it without him tonight, or if not. I'm also going to make sure I tell Toulouse that they're good to go as well. So yeah, we'll just send both of them a quick one. Good to go. There we go. So both of them know, and both of them are set. Thank you for the followers as well. Give you proper shouts, of course, at the end of the stream. For now, though, we get ready for our final game of Super League 1 action here on Easter weekend. Remember, no games tomorrow, no games on Sunday. You can enjoy Sunday and enjoy your bank holiday Monday for Easter. And then we reconvene, of course, on Wednesday for the Cup, in which, of course, LAFC and Toulouse will both be involved in. I am going to be looking towards CFC, Voxy and Brandon as well on the left and the right-hand side tonight. I think definitely watching that Nations League and even the Euros back in January, it kind of really... I was impressed. I was impressed with the national sides as to how those wide midfielders in every team, from the Hollands to the Englands to the USAs, really have their wide mids going. So I'm going to be expecting a lot tonight. I think more so in this LAFC team, you cannot be a wide midfielder and only attack. You have to do your defensive duties. You have to kind of be strong in winning those duels, and if you aren't, then, well, you could end up in trouble. For now, though, we're ready and set for kickoff here, and let's see if Toulouse or LAFC walk away with 3 points tonight. Again, loading into this game, just based off the team sheets, just based off the squad lists, you would have to say Toulouse are the favourites. Toulouse tonight in their pink strip, whereas LAFC in their white kit tonight. Of course, there's going to be some new names that you may well never have heard of before, and there's going to be some old familiar names. Again, I know OMG, it's weird B. I know he's usually a kind of guy that plays in those kind of lower leagues, but he tonight also choosing to try his luck in the top divisions. There will be nights for both of these teams, for both Toulouse and for LAFC, in which they will come out of game nights and they'll think, wow, what did we just get hit with? There's some real juggernauts. Of course, for LAFC, they've already played one in PSG yesterday, and if they're already going to lose 2-1, they'll be thinking, hey, it's not too bad after all. Chongi here, and that there's a great start. Lewis, 45, rifles that one into the top corner, and that's 1-0. And Toulouse, just like that, I would say it's a simplistic pass from Chongi there, from the right side inwards. Not enough gets talked about when it comes to those assists. Just that simplicity of the pass, just that vision was excellent, but it's all about the finish there from Lewis, and what a hell of a strike to open his account for Toulouse here tonight. 1-0, and the favourites are winning this one so far. The big thing that LAFC can't afford to happen is that this turns into a real cricket score. They want to carry on that good feeling, that good energy from yesterday night. But now they have a bit of a mountain to climb. Good thing is, though, we always say it in internationals, the same at club level, you would rather concede a goal early than, go 1-0 down in the 80th minute. You've got plenty of time to undo the mess that's just been caused. Lada now have a great save. Going to take something really special to beat him tonight. He's such an underrated keeper. He's been so pivotal in so many big teams. Tonight, he's going to be needed. LAFC are going to need to try and find something special to bypass him. It's all about clean sheets over at Toulouse. Absolutely it is. Lewis, 45, back over into Robbo, finds Hayward. Hayward playing a bit of a deeper role this season, kind of abandoning that usual striker role, and it looks like he's almost playing kind of CDM, so a bit of an advancing CDM as well, so he's got license to play that Declan Rice role, just kind of zip up the field. As Lewis there goes into Preston 1, takes the shot. It's a great save there by the keeper. LAFC holding firm here. They do not want to go 2 goals down, absolutely not. Corner kick though from Toulouse. They've got some great set-piece routines as Smitty there just comes out. Oh dear me, nearly gets lobbed over the top. Little cheeky grin there from Enter AI, but I tell you this much, he probably wouldn't have been smiling if that one flew into the back of the net. Absolutely not. Boulder there goes down into Pogba as Lewis there dispossesses him. Mazza, this is the thing I love from this Toulouse team as well. They've got this really energetic press. Absolutely. Kyle 17 there, just about gets away, but Brandon immediately steps up. The official Bluey now on this left-hand side. Goes for that kind of pass to put Brandon forward, but again, a really good challenge from Mad Strings. Here comes Hayward. Hayward all the way back to his defence. Owen switches from left to right. That one there nearly goes off the field, but kept inwards. And that one now punted down the sideline. Brandon. And to Joe Bozza, who has just been out-muscled there, but wins the throw-in regardless. Ball there tossed down, flick back up, Bluey. Back over now into Enter AI. Boulder finds Mamba. Owen DMB again. Owen's everywhere. Owen's doing a really good job sealing up that left-hand side of the pitch right now defensively. And this is, I think, so much of what Super League 1 is all about when you kind of go against these top teams. It is very much the organisation of defence. It reminds me of Serie A football in a sense where, the fundamentals of your defence have to be so correct. I think you can sense, you can smell it. It's like blood in the water when you play against the team and the defensive line is just all kind of jangled up and jagged and not in line. That's what kind of costs you points, and that's a brilliant bullet header. Jakey B, a Spurs fan by way of Toulouse, heads that one home, and Jakey B doubles Toulouse's lead, 2-0, 26 minutes in, and now there's real alarm bells going off for LAFC. It's been a very, very comfortable first half for Toulouse. We haven't even seen a shot from LAFC just yet, and this was always going to be the concern for this Toulouse team, is just how prepared were they for the quality up here in this top division. Smitty there trying to go for the ball, but Not able to kind of stop that from going out for a corner. Toulouse getting ready to take this corner kick. They'll be hoping for another Jakey B bullet header perhaps. This one flying in, and it's another goal from another set piece. And this journey, this mission, now just got even more impossible. A rub at the eye from the gaffer there in the bottom left. And he knows, his squad knows, that this fight, this battle tonight may well be over within 31 minutes of play. They're a very, 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 very dangerous team on set pieces, are Toulouse, and they've shown it here twice tonight. The defence has been organised brilliantly. They've had a great play from open play as well. The goal from Lewis earlier on in the opening kind of 5 minutes was phenomenal. Toulouse are looking like the whole package here tonight. Defence, offense, the midfield press has been brilliant. As LAFC take their first big chance on goal. Lallam there with another huge save, corner kick for LAFC. At this point, as a squad, as players, as the gaffer, what are you thinking? Are you thinking just to kind of limit the embarrassment? If this starts to go 4, 5, 6, 7, then you're really going to start to maybe see what the mentality of your team is like. You cannot afford this to get out of control. Pogba sends that one in. What a ball that is from Pogba, claimed by Lallam. Of course, as well, the transfer window nearing a reopening. Since we are on Easter break tomorrow, I can pretty much tell you that the transfer window will probably open late tomorrow night rather than Monday afternoon. So you get an extra kind of 12 hours of transfer window action. Remember, in that window, you need games played to move. 1 game played for a loan, 2 games played for a player sale. Of course, that window will be open all the way until Thursday evening before week 2 commences. A lot of action, a lot of games to come. No doubts. Bluey there, just pressing and dispossessing Joe Bozza, in fairness. Bluey's doing a really good job down here on this right-hand side. It's just about winning your individual duels, isn't it? Making sure that you don't have the gaffer pointing at you and saying, why didn't you do your job in that game tonight? Lewis 45, back to Preston. And here come Toulouse again, but a really good step up from Boulder. Down now into Bluey. Down to the left-hand side of Brandon. Brandon's been taken out there. Referee. That's going to be a yellow card, absolutely. He's lucky it's not a red, in fairness. So it's a very late challenge. Free kick here coming, though. Of course, Bozza now knows if he gets another yellow, gets sent off here, we'll miss the opening game on Friday evening. And LAFC sending this one towards the near post, and that one just skims the side netting. Out for a goal kick. 45 minutes down. About 30 in-game seconds to go here of injury time. And it looks like Toulouse are going to get one more bite at the cherry. Lewis 45 coming up, but Enter AI there leading by example. The gaffer stomps that one out. Now, the question mark is, what does he say to his team at half-time here? Because realistically, from open play, they've been okay. They only conceded that 1 goal. It was very jittery in the opening 5 minutes. You can get away with saying, okay, we've conceded 1. It's the defensive positioning on these corners. It just feels like Toulouse right now. They are treated. It's Arsenal football. It's Mikel Arteta football. Playing for corners, and it just feels like every single time it's going to go in. Is that the game plan here from Toulouse? I've said it, man. I've said it. That usually a year of FIFA, a year of FC, whatever you want to call it, you be pedantic, that's fine, usually mimics real life. Arsenal, real life, relying on corners. I've seen not just Toulouse, I've seen a lot of teams really kind of thrive in the set-piece arena this season. And Toulouse is another one on that list. 3-0. The question is not, can LAFC come back? I don't think that's possible here tonight. It's, can they give us a performance in this second half? When you're down in games like this, and I've been down in games like this back in my playing day, you say to your teammates, listen, probably not going to win this game, but we have to show the other team that if they get us in the Cup, if they get us in the Champions League, if we get there, that they have to be wary of us. We can't just be rolling over and taking it. The whole aim here is to win the second half. Leave with some sort of positive here. Let's see if they can do that. Pogba gets the ball, goes into Luke Robbo, though, of the opposite team. A dispossessed there by OMG, it's weird. B goes forward, shoved to the floor, it's a penalty. All day, that's a really poor one. That's a really, really poor one from Toulouse's back line, I can't lie. just too long on the ball, fell asleep at the wheel, and LAFC with the penalty have converted. OMG, it's weird B, brought down, but gets the penalty. No clean sheet for Toulouse. And I'll tell you this much, that's going to really infuriate the Toulouse management. Whether it's Owen, whether it's the other gaffer, this is the issue now. Is these guys are playing for stats. They're playing for clean sheets. I think they'll be furious. I think that was a very cheap goal to give away. It was very amateur defending. And maybe that signals that Toulouse are maybe a squad that have the quality, yes, but take their foot off the gas ever so slightly when the game is considered quote-unquote done and dusted. They'll need to be a little bit more sharper here now. Because I'll tell you this much, if LAFC go and get the next goal and this turns to 3-2, team in white tonight, they're going to be really, really feeling it. Preston here dancing, and never mind, it's 4. Just dancing and swanning through the defence of LAFC. A spin here, a shift of body weight there, and it's 4-1 to Toulouse. They answer back almost instantly from the penalty. And the gaffer there again after the goal, looking like his cortisol levels have just raised through the roof. He looks stressed with what he's seeing from his defensive line here tonight. Corner kick here for LAFC. That hope of a comeback, bit and gone. Palmed off there by Lanham. Chungy starts to counter as Mad Strings now goes over to this right-hand side. There's the goal scorer from the first 5 minutes. Lewis goes to Chungy, and that one there should have been 5. Sails that one over. Nearly another big goal. 58 minutes in. 3-0 in the first half, 1-1 here in the second half. Ball there down the right-hand side to Voxy. It's a pretty poor ball from Voxy. I think he just got rid of that one a little bit too early. Could have waited a little bit more. But again, we've all been in this position, haven't we? You know, you're aggravated, you're agitated, you're annoyed, you're pissed off. You're going to start to maybe rush your decision-making. Maybe that's what's happening there inside the LAFC team at this minute in time. It's heartstrings, not Mad Strings as well. I can't read. That's why I got 4 eyes. Lewis there goes to Preston. Takes the shot, and it's 5. Oh, dear me. And it's another easy goal. The thumbs up from Preston. And I'll tell you this much. The guillotine may be down on LAFC. Toulouse absolutely running riot here against LAFC. It started off so well with the penalty. Oh, it's a poor, poor mistake now from LAFC's defence. Like I said in the first half, they've just got to make sure this doesn't become a rout. As of right now, out of the 12 match of the days we've done, this is going to be one of the more goal-heavy games. Usually we're kind of given 0-0 or 1-1 draws, but you're getting goals here tonight, absolutely. Lanham there fires that one over the top as little header on down from AI. Voxy, Preston, Owen. Goes back to Hayward, swings from left to right here. Goes to Joe Bozza. Heartstrings. Still here goes to Hayward. Luke Robbo. Just dispossessed Voxy. Goes into OMG, it's weird B. Voxy again. Mamba. Only as far now as Hayward though. Hayward's had a game. I was really concerned seeing Hayward kind of play a little bit more deeper. Is that a waste of his talent? We saw how good he can be in front of the goal. But he's showing he is a double-edged sword. He can play the midfield role brilliantly. He can play the strike role brilliantly. He can do everything. A proper utility player for this Toulouse side. As Kyle 17 now has his chance, but Smitty makes the save. Could have been 6. Maybe you could say it should have been 6. 73rd minute of play here, and oh dear God, it's another one of those Toulouse corners. Where will this one be headed? Straight to the purple afro, I think there of, I think that was Jakey B who's got the purple afro. It could have been Joe Bozza, one or the other. Down here into Bluey. Down now into Brandon, who's trying to get his footwork going, but Kyle 17, almost a pillar of excellence there. Says, not past me today, not on my side, pal. Heartstrings now. Goes down into Owen DMB. Finds Preston. Finds Hayward. Back to Robbo. Ball coming forward again as this one just handled by Enter AI. As Flight now takes Flight. Gives that one to Brandon. Pogba. 78 minutes gone. We know that LAFC aren't winning this game, but can they give us a performance here in the final couple of moments? The answer is no. Voxy could have put that one across. I think he just waited a little bit too long that time. Goes out for a corner kick, an opportunity here for a set piece perhaps. 3-0 at half time, 2-1 to Toulouse in the second half. And trust me, they will not be happy losing that clean sheet. They won't be. Joe Bozza in particular. AI goes back to Smitty. That was a really dangerous take there from the keeper. Just couldn't get his touch under control. A little crack in the neck there from AI. Wonder if the gaffer's going to be giving out the hairdryer at full time. It's not been a performance. It's probably been the worst performance they could have asked for. I don't know how their first game went tonight. Of course, both of these teams played their 8:30 game first and then play each other here at the 9 p.m. kickoff. Maybe it was a case of confidence was brewing from Toulouse, and maybe LAFC just had a bad start to the evening and it's carried over. Hayward into Robbo. Plays over that right-hand side. Kyle, 17, takes the shot. That one there, skidding on by. Goal kick coming. It's all right. There's very strong winds there. It's ridiculous. My bin's going to be blown over again. Chongi into Mamba. Into Heartstrings. Down to Kyle. Goes across here to Hayward. He's lining up. He deserves a goal for the way that he's played CDM tonight. Absolutely. Bit of a late challenge there. Referee says all ball. Play on. Over the top here, Jakey B handling that one with ease. Goes back to Joe Bozza, who's acting almost as the captain at the back tonight. Plays now to Hayward, goes to Chongi. Chongi across here to Lewis, 45. Popping and weaving past the LAFC shirts. There's Hayward now. There's another Toulouse corner on the way. Rubber the eyes, rubber the forehead, LAFC. And their gaffer just hoping that they can get back onto the team bus without any more goals flying in. Past Smitty, this one flown towards the front post. That one's going to be out again for another goal kick. Fair enough, so no corner. And that may well seal the deal here tonight. Smitty not able to win the header though, the defender Lewis. Hang on a minute, Toulouse not done. This ball back towards Flight into the centre. Voxy can't escape Hayward. Hayward has been absolutely brilliant. Bluey back to Voxy, plays it to Bluey, here to Brandon. Will it be a consolation goal? It's still not going to happen. Luke Robbo now gets it away. Full time here. Welcome to the big boy division. Toulouse 5, LAFC 1. We had Toulouse as favourites. I'm not sure many people had them scoring 5 tonight, but a really, really top performance from Toulouse, and maybe a flare shot into the sky to the rest of Super League 1 that team, although maybe not going to win the division, very much capable and very much confident of getting European football. For LAFC, it was always going to be a project. It was always going to be, you know, testing the waters, dip your toe in, see how you do. They looked okay yesterday. Tonight, though, different story. And you're going to have nights like that. Nights are going to be topsy-turvy. You're going to have some nights when you walk out of the games thinking, wow, we've performed well. Other nights you're going to have games just like that tonight where you're having to scratch your head and think, what the hell just happened? Of course, we'll take the gaffers. If any or either of the gaffers want to come on and do a post-match press conference with me, then just shout in DMs. And again, no pressure. If not, then we'll leave it there. But the press room is open. If you want to come on for a post-match presser, then I'm here and I'm waiting and I'm ready for you. I'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll go from there. Thank you as well, C60, J6 Ards, Flight, and J6 Ards again for the follows. Appreciate you so much. So, yeah. Again, a great performance as well from Toulouse. Absolutely. 4 of them you just named ain't available. Yeah, there you go. Mickey J going to be loving the score right now. There you go. Anyone want to come on? Again, LAFC gaffer or Toulouse gaffer. If you want to come on, give your thoughts on the game, answer some questions, just let me know. And then we will call match of the day there tonight. Oh, come on. Wonderful. So we're going to have Owen DMB coming on into the press room. I'll quiet these German fans. There we go. They've left the stadium, got back into their cars and gone home. And we'll call up Owen DNB. Hopefully he's got a microphone that's decent. I've had some people on before that have had terrible mics. I have. All right, give me a big long sentence, Owen, so I can turn you all the way up, son.
Hello, Gringo. Hello, stream. Hello, everyone.
All right, there we go. You should be. You're gonna be. You'll be a little bit loud. That's fine. Great performance, 5-1. I mean, I had you down as favourites. I did. I think you've got a better squad than them. I mean, definitely helps to score the opening goal within 5 minutes. An absolute worldie from Lewis. But I think tonight, I said this on comms, it was more of a case where you're another team for me. I've seen it with national teams. I've seen it with club level teams. You kind of replicating Arsenal, Owen. You look really dangerous from set pieces. Every corner just felt like it was going to be a goal.
Yeah, I would say it's something that we put a lot of practice to in pre-season. We played quite a lot of ATBs and tried like different takers to see which one was best. And
Mm.
like even defensive wise, like we've got a way how to defend them as well. Like we feel like we don't really concede very many set pieces either. So
Mm.
scoring them will definitely help, especially in this league where we know like a lot of teams are better than us, like being honest. So to get like goals from corners and stuff like that will always help to get results. So
And I mean, it's working, man. Because again, you think about the teams that you've played already. I don't know who did you play in the first game tonight? PSG.
PSG, yeah, we lost 2-1. We scored a corner against them to be fair, but we I think they had 4 shots to our 9, so
Mm.
it's quite
I mean, you've
unfortunate
had
to
a
be honest.
gauntlet. I
But
mean, you think about it. You've had Bayer Leverkusen, which is Budi and Devo, who are a good team. You've had Schalke yesterday. You've had PSG tonight, and then you've now had LAFC. Do you feel like the fixtures? I mean, the fixtures being difficult are always going to be a thing in Super League One. But do you feel like you're getting them the tougher of the games out of the way first, or do you look at a certain week, next week, 2 weeks time, and say that's going to be a real killer? How have you felt about this opening weekend of games?
to be honest, I would say the tougher games are still to come. If I'm being 100% honest, I feel like the teams that we've played so far that have beat us have been quite like disappointing. Like I don't feel like
Mm.
anyone's like really stood out, and we thought like, damn, like we got absolutely slapped there. Like all the games we've played so far have been quite close. I feel like we could have won all the games we've played. So definitely tougher games are still to come, I think.
Okay. I think the big thing I have to ask you about as well is I looked at that tonight. I looked at that performance tonight, and the thing that I was a bit concerned about that I thought was this is going to be a bit hit or miss was Hayward in CDM, I think it was, because we've seen him be so good in front of goal before. What was the thought process of the management to kind of take someone that has played striker and has got a good track record at striker and then put him back into a bit of a deeper position? Was that something that he had to be convinced to do, or was he happy to do it?
No, to be honest, it's always been his preferred position. He played. I don't think I've ever seen him play striker, and he played wide mid a lot, so that's probably where you saw him get his goals from. But to be fair, the entire of this FIFA, he has been like playing centre mid for us the majority of the time. Like he still gets forward and gets into the box as much as he can. So
Mm.
goals will still be there for him. But I got to shout out Preston and Lewis tonight. They both came into the team. Jakey in the back line as well never played with us before, so he just got thrown into a team tonight with me and Bozza, like no clue who we are, and he showed up and done his shift in, scored a goal as well from corner. So yeah, we just think all round good performances from everyone.
I mean, and the same thing as well. Joe Boston seems to be playing with a lot of confidence. He's played a couple of seasons in Super League One when he was, I think, at Copenhagen. Didn't ever really look as solid as what he's looked the last couple of weeks. Do you think that Nations League performance that he had with England, because he was really, really good in the Nations League for England, do you think that helped his confidence, or do you think it's just unrelated? Do you think it's just been good the entire time and now he's just showing it in this Toulouse system?
Yeah, I think he like enjoys the way that we try and defend. Like we want both of our wide CBs to be high, like on the opposition strikers, and then just have the middle CB like sitting in behind. So
Hmm.
I think he just prefers playing that aggressive role, how we want him to play.
It's fair. It's fair. And what did you make about LAFC? Obviously, like I said, you've scored 5 on them, but I mean, you have to kind of be admirable towards them. The gaffer completely new.
One time
He
for
was
the
given the
gringos.
option. We said to him, "You're brand new. I mean, we don't know anything about you. Do you want to start lower?" He pushed. He insisted to go into Super League One. I mean, it's a bit of a crazy decision to do, but you have to kind of show a little bit of admirability towards that gaffer, towards that team of taking that risk, because that team is going to feel more losses like that tonight. That's not me being a dick. That's just the nature of the beast that is SL1. Do you think that they can perform? Do you think that they'll pick up points? Do you think they'll survive? Do you think they'll get Europe? What's your honest assessment of that LAFC team after playing them?
Um, I think just from like my players in my team, they know a couple of players in their team.
Mm.
I feel like they have like a solid group of guys. Like no matter the result, they'll still show up. Whereas I feel like there are some teams in this league, if results don't go their way, they'll just crumble and start showing up into game weeks with like eight or
Name
nine
names, Owen.
players.
Come on, you got to be saying. Give me
Eight,
some
eight,
names, Owen. Give me some team
eight or
names.
nine players. No one in particular. It's just always how it is. Like
He's
for
giving us the
example, like
Mourinho. If he speaks, he'll be
no,
in trouble.
no, no,
Come on,
no,
Owen.
no. For example, right, last season in SL2, um, Club Brugge top of the league after what game week 1,
Yeah.
game week 2 still high up there. Game week 3 lost one game, show up to the next 5 nights with 6 players and went on like a 12-game loss
Nah,
streak.
that's
So
Nath for you. God bless him. God bless him.
stuff like that will happen, and it's just the way it is. So people just give up because they just have no grit to fight through it.
No, I agree.
And I think that LA team they will be fine. I'm not sure how they will get them. They might end up in a Europe place because obviously there's 14 in this league,
Mm.
but you never know.
I'm hopeful for them. I think
Yeah.
in a world where I'm usually the guy getting the DMs of people calling their own team and their own friends and their own group shit at the game, terrible, move us down, we can't compete, we're fucking garbage, blah 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 blah. It's refreshing to see someone have the opposite approach and go, yeah, we want to take on the challenge, put us up there. So I'm hopeful for them. I'm rooting for them. I absolutely am. Lastly, again, one more touch on Toulouse. We've seen a snapshot of you guys now today and yesterday. What is the aim for Toulouse? Is it to challenge for the league? Is it to get inside the top 8? What is the objective for this squad?
Um, just any European place really is what we want to aim for. We know in reality we're probably not good enough to go and challenge for the title, but just show up, give it our best shot, and try and challenge for a European place.
Fancying a cup run or not?
We're not in the cups. We're not
Oh,
in
you
the
pulled out,
cups.
did you?
Yeah, we pulled out.
Shocking.
Yeah,
Well,
our availability is not good enough to play on a Wednesday.
that's fair.
Because people in the team that I play, they just don't enjoy coming on just for the one game a night.
No, I can understand that. I can get that. I
Yeah.
can get that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, still, though, a great performance tonight. A really well-round one. I said in comms, defense was solid. Corners were solid. Striking was solid. The midfield press was solid. Everything was just a 10 out of 10. I think the only thing that maybe would have dampened it and maybe would have made it a 9 out of 10 for you guys tonight is maybe conceding the goal. I think when you have a performance like that, you want to have the clean sheet for the defenders and the goalie. But, hey, it's not always going to be perfect, is it? Any final words from you about your team or LAFC? Anything you want to kind of finish off with, Owen?
No, good. Just thank you for having us on.
Top man. Thank you very much, man. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. Well, listen, the LAFC gaffer locked in the dressing room and giving his team what for. Hairdryer is out, I imagine, for our good pal Enter AI. But listen, at the end of the day, you're going to have losses like that. It's a tough division. It's a tough league. SL1 is where your mentality, your closeness, your togetherness of your group is tested every single game week. There is no such thing as an easy game in that division. Everyone can beat anyone. It's one of those. You're in there. You're there. You just have to kind of treat the season as a big experience and see what comes of it. I'm hopeful for them. I am. Listen, thank you so much to all of you. Again, a reminder to you all, there are no games on Sunday. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday. So we will be doing a Talk VFL tomorrow rather than Monday. So if you're around in the early evening, Sunday, then come through. We can talk to you about your opening week, see how you did, how you feel about it, and go from there. I'll be doing Team of the Week tonight solo. I'm giving the boys the night off to enjoy their bank holiday weekend, so we can get the stats in ASAP. That would be great. I know there's only a few of you here. I'm going to mention it in a manager ping. Thank you so much as well, Axledge. Love you so much, buddy. Hope you're well. Hope the kids well. Thank you, Enter AI as well for the raid, and thank you, Boomer, for the follow. But yeah, a solid weekend. Really, really smooth opening weekend. Good to see some new gaffers getting stuck in and just kind of experiencing everything. Hopefully, they're impressed by how on it we are as admins. And again, looking forward to game week 2. For now, though, full-time score once again, Toulouse 5, LAFC 1. And now it's more about what can Toulouse do to build on that victory and how do LAFC rebound on Wednesday in the Cup or even Friday in the league. Take care, take it easy, God bless, have a wonderful Easter, have a wonderful bank holiday Monday, and I will see you tomorrow if you're around for Talk VFL. Get your microphones, we'll be taking calls tomorrow. I can't wait to hear what Herbie's got to say. As always, take it easy, and we'll see you when we see you. Good night.